Cracker Barrel. They got people in an uproar. People upset. Full disclosure, Cracker Barrel is one of my favorite restaurants. We love going to a Cracker Barrel, man. We travel a lot. We drive all over the country. We see a Cracker Barrel. Most of the time we stop. And, I love the pancakes there. I love, believe it or not, I love their fried catfish as well. They got great breakfast, man. The maple syrup is good. The hash brown casserole is delicious. The okra is good. So I would probably say 9 out of 10 visits, it's all breakfast for me. I'm a breakfast guy at Cracker Barrel. I love the ambiance. I love the decor. I'm all for Cracker Barrel, man. So let's take a quick look, man. Cracker Barrel Old Country Store unveiled a new logo, dropping the iconic image of a man leaning on a barrel as part of a $700 million rebrand, including modernizing restaurant interiors and a new fall menu, sparking intense backlash from customers and conservatives, figures who called it woke, soulless, and a brand suicide, leading to a 9 to 12% stock drop and a $94 million loss in a single day. Let's get right to it, man. Cracker Barrel. What y'all doing, man? What is y'all doing?
Cracker Barrel's new logo and $700 million brand overhaul sparking some backlash from customers and critics who say the company is abandoning its country roots. You see the old logo on the left there with the older gentleman, the Cracker Barrel kind of leaning back into things. The new logo, to put it politely, looks pretty bland. The stock did fall about 10% yesterday. Joining us right now with more on what's turning into a major branding blunder is Americus Reed, Wharton School Professor of Marketing. Americus, let's walk through this and talk this through. I am not a huge fan of the new logo. I think it's boring. Don't know what I think about the stores as much. The white doesn't bother me quite as much. But it does look like they mishandled this pretty badly, and it got picked up by social media. And now what?
Yeah, I love that point. I mean, social media is outraged about this. I mean, you can take a look at the new logo and you can determine quickly that it's an attempt to simplify, which is a trend that's going on right now. In other words, a minimalization of what you're doing and a modernization to make things a little bit less cluttered. Now, of course, let me just give you quickly sort of rebrand or logo change 101 marketing. You definitely want to tweak a little bit. That's point number one. Point number two is you want to make sure that along with the change, you have the story ready. In other words, you have the narrative prepared to tell consumers why you're doing this and what's behind the change. And so if you don't do that, then you can see what we're seeing now, which is a lot of people filling the silence with respect to their negative reactions to the logo. And then point number three is to make sure, and I'm not sure if they did this or not, but you make sure you do a little tiny test of things with your most loyal customers, and you just get a pressure test to see how they react. Because if it's this kind of vehement sort of vitriol anger, you could probably pick that up in a smaller test and you can figure it out way before this spirals out of control in the way that it has.
Yeah, I went back and looked at the stock. So over the last year, that stock is up 34%. They've been doing this overhaul, and at the time it was kind of heralded like, you need to do something to revive things, because if you look at a 5-year chart, that stock was down by 53%. So it's dropped pretty steadily since its height in 2021. They probably needed to do something to reinvigorate. But you're right. First of all, the logo's boring. This move towards simplicity. I've seen other brands that have done the same thing. This needs to be simpler, easier to read. I don't like any of the ones that they've done with that, especially when it gives me a feeling of nostalgia or when it gives me information, things I need to see. Yes. So that move towards simplicity is like stupid if you're not thinking it through. But they did need to do something.
I think they did need to do something. And you got to keep in mind, like, who is this for, right? So most companies, as they move through the product life cycle, they understand that their consumers at some point are going to leave the market, and there'll be new consumers, perhaps even younger consumers coming into the marketplace. So this is the kind of thing that a younger consumer might resonate with and sort of say, hey, I like that modernization sort of idea.
Like I said, I don't mind the white inside the restaurants. That looks okay to me. They said that their employees have said they like working at a brighter place. Maybe you want to declutter a little bit. I get that. But I'm also not super surprised by this reaction in social media, especially when you think about the hot spots of today and how Cracker Barrel holds a special place in people's hearts. I will say I was looking this morning on Twitter, and some of the competition is trying to jump on board. We've got a full screen I called up from Steak and Shake, kind of trashing what they were doing. I've seen a couple more they posted since, but sometimes people want to change things just to put their own personality on things. Cracker Barrel, their goal is just to delete the personality altogether. Blah, blah, blah. They say at Steak and Shake, we take pride in our history, our families, and American values. All are welcome, and we will never market ourselves away from our past in a cheap effort to gain the approval of trend seekers. I can't remember the last time I've been in a Steak and Shake. Is this just a desperate attempt from other brands to say, hey, pay attention to us over here?
100%. I mean, Steak and Shake, that was a bit of a low blow, but okay, that's fine. They want to jump in on this moment. And I think you're 100% correct, because it's an opportunity for them to elevate what it is that they're doing on the backs of kind of the misfortune of Cracker Barrel. So
I think it's interesting. The backlash, right? I think you're going to have some people that are going to take it too far, right? They're going to get, very upset over this. Do I like the change? No. Am I going to go protest it? No, I'm not going to go protest it. But I am a Cracker Barrel fan. We eat there often. There are some people on social media that have said that the quality of the food is the problem. Like over the years, it has declined. But for the most part, man, what I go there for, the breakfast, it's pretty much still the same. I still love the pancakes. They same to me. Catfish, the fried catfish still tastes good. And what did I mention before? The hash brown casserole. It all still tastes the same to me, man. So, but there's some people that's claiming that the quality has gone down. Here goes one person here. I'll just read it. This brother says, I'm black. Grew up going to Cracker Barrel. I'm 56 years old, and I love the feel of the store and the candies I grew up with. The brand was amazing, but the CEO just Bud Lighted the business. Go woke, go broke. They just lost a loyal customer. Wow. That's something I just read off here. But let's take a look at what this brother was saying over here about having a phone and people on social media making this situation, maybe blowing it out of proportion a little bit, making it more of a situation than it is. But let's take a look what they doing on social media.
Saw on the internet, dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I got to feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy, when I go in.
I know.
Real quick, man, that's Kev on stage. Funny brother, man. I like him. He actually made. I have another video here of he did a little skit, but check this lady out, man. She's not happy. She's not happy at all. Well, she's not happy with the outrage.
That I could not be the only black person that has never felt comfortable dining inside of a Cracker Barrel.
Damn.
Granted, I have only stepped foot in a Cracker Barrel maybe a handful of times in my life, and those times being when I was a child with my grandmother, and I could never put my finger on it. But now that I'm looking back on it as an adult, I'm like, y'all really played in our face for like 50 years.
See, I've never felt that. Like what she's saying, you got some people saying, oh, well, I've always felt like Cracker Barrel was, racist or I don't know. They show that they are prejudiced. I never saw it. I've never felt that way going to Cracker Barrel. I just thought that it was cool. It's like stepping back in time. They had some, some nostalgic things in there. I always thought that Cracker Barrel just made me feel like, hey, it's just a nice Southern restaurant with Southern food. That's the foundation. I love okra. I'll go get me some fried okra. I don't get it. I don't get how. I mean, I guess it's anecdotal, right? their experience. My experience, I've never experienced racism or felt like uncomfortable at a Cracker Barrel. Never.
Cracker Barrel, y'all need to put Paw Paw and this barrel back in that logo because y'all got the people
Damn.
mad in the uproar. You know they don't play about they Paw Paw. Listen, y'all done took Paw Paw and his rocking chair and done rock him the hell up out of here. And
Damn.
then y'all done changed the layout too. Listen, y'all got the walls looking like a Pinterest mood board. What is up with that? Listen, and then you talking about a rebrand. Who exactly is you trying to rebrand for? Okay, nothing about Cracker Barrel screams inclusion. Quite frankly, it screams the opposite. When I walk in there, somebody screams and tells me to get the hell out. Don't nobody want no woke pancakes. Listen, people want the pancakes with the prejudice on the side. Listen, y'all try to decolonize pancakes, and that's the most important ingredient. No one asked for no rebrand on no Cracker Barrel. Listen, if it's not broke, don't fix. So y'all need to put Paw Paw in his rocket chair and the barrel back in that logo. Listen, nobody goes to Cracker Barrel for an enjoyable experience, okay? We go to Cracker Barrel for the pancakes that taste like it was made with a little bit of hatred.
So I gotta give it to her. Hilarious. She said we go there for the pancakes with a little bit of prejudice on the side. Damn. Let's hear what this brother got to say here, man.
Cracker Barrel thought it would be a good idea to go woke and to change their branding and, you know, just become something that literally nobody wants here in America. You know who's happy about it? Every single one of their competitors. Bob Evans, Waffle House, Denny's, International House of Pancakes, all of them. Listen, stop it. Stop hiring these crazy white liberal women who think it's a good idea to go out there and change the world so they can check off their woke boxes. This is a dumb idea. Their stock is plummeting. When are you guys going to learn? When are you going to learn that this crap doesn't work? Stop rebranding. Stop changing things. Stop changing culture, the foundation of everything that people built their lives on and believed as a traditional value. Stop it. Stop it.
Wow. I mean, they really don't learn, do they? I mean, what is it going to take? You would think that after seeing all of these companies go woke and go broke, they would take the hint. It's almost like they can't even help themselves. It's like they have to feed their narcissistic savior complex or something.
How black people feel walking into Cracker Barrel. Finna go into Cracker Barrel and have me some breakfast. You a long way from home, boy. What you doing around these parts here, black boy? You looking for Obama? Well, he ain't gonna find him around here. You gonna get some biscuits and gravy, fried chicken and watermelon, son. Hey there, boy. What you doing over there by that candy? NASCAR. You don't belong around here, I guarantee you that. What you doing around here, black man? Got razor bumps. Ain't for you, boy. Boy. You is black. NASCAR, Eagles. Can I get the grandma sampler with the country ham and hash brown casserole? Eggs over medium.
And you're okay with the bacon and sausage as well?
Yeah, bacon and sausage is fine.
You said over medium, right?
I never got that feeling, man. Kev on stage is hilarious, man. Y'all follow him, comedian, very funny brother, man. I never got that feeling, man. I never got that feeling going on in the Cracker Barrel. It seems like you step it back in time. And they're gonna make everything about race. Some people just gonna do it, man. Every opportunity, man. I don't have a problem with the Cracker Barrel logo the way it is. The new logo, it's bland, it's simple, it's plain, whatever, man. Am I gonna march over it? No, I'm not gonna march. I'm not gonna protest over it. The only thing I ask, man, don't mess with the breakfast, man. Don't mess with the breakfast, and don't try to price us out, man. Don't sit up here and make things so ridiculously overpriced that I'm just gonna be like, look, man, I'm gonna make my stuff at the crib, man. This is ridiculous. You know, come on, leave it alone. But let's take a look, man. The brother, Michael Strahan, he interviewed the CEO. A lot of people don't like this lady, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let's take a look.
All right, I got to ask this question. I think I probably know the answer. What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So We're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Masino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to
and
be
thank
here.
You
thank
for
you again.
answering those questions.
I mean, what else is she going to say? Is she going to say, oh, man, I've been getting all this internal backlash and my managers hate it, but we're going to go ahead and go forward with our plans anyway because we don't give a damn? No, she's not going to say that. This is what I see. The customers are not happy. By and large, the customers are not happy, but we'll see, man. This is my thing, man. I don't know. It's simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.